What's going on YouTube? Alex Gibson here, IFBB Pro Men's Physique and TLF athlete. I'm here at TLF headquarters and we're about to go through a nasty back day, so follow along. Let's get into it.
Don't touch me. Yo, they wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with the right, but I might go lefty. I make plus with it, so don't test me. They wouldn't let me. Man's gal wanna come undress me. Swing with the right, but I might go lefty.
All right, so first exercise, we're gonna do some straight arm pull downs. This is one of my favorite warm-ups for back day. Get the lats going, get a little bit of a pump. Typically do about 3 sets, about 12 to 15. Sometimes if I'm really feeling it and maybe I picked a too light of a weight, maybe I'll get up to like 20 reps. But main goal, break a light sweat and also get the pump going. So first thing I always teach is press your glutes back here. You wanna make sure you're kind of like squeezing or lightly contracting your lower back, keep your chest up, core tight. And then this movement has 2 different parts. So the first part right here is I'm trying to bring the weight down like this so I can really feel the tension in my lats. And then I'm rowing towards my belly button. And so when I get to this point, I'm rowing towards my belly button, I'm pulling the rope apart. So in fast motion, it looks like this.
Don't test. Don't test. Don't test.
One thing I always like to do with my training is I try to go up in weight every single set. So don't get too comfortable at the same weight, be aggressive, right? Because a lot of times if you can't move the weight, it's mental, right? So tell yourself you can and just be aggressive with it and you're gonna surprise yourself with performance.
Test. Yo, don't test. Don't test.
And that's a wrap on exercise 1. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go into another pull down movement. So typically I like to warm up with a pull down, do another pull down. So start out with 2 pull downs and then go into like maybe like 2 or 3 rows. Finish off like traps and then maybe a few sets of biceps. So next up we got some neutral grip pull downs. This attachment right here is killer. And TLF, they didn't play around when they made this gym. Some crazy equipment in here, which is why I like to come here several times a week to train. Gonna go for 8 reps.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on the page.
All right, that is set 1. So like I said, so that was actually heavier than I anticipated to go. But that was 160 for the first set. We'll probably go to 175 and then either 190 or 205 for the top set. If you're doing like 3 to 4 sets in exercise, you want at least 1 or 2 to be top sets. What that means is these are your heaviest, most intense sets. So you want to leave like pretty much no energy left on the table during those sets because you have to train closer to failure over time if you want to grow.
I know that I'm on they radar. Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion.
That was a bruiser of a set. All right, we got 1 more here. I'm gonna give myself like 60 to 90 seconds. We'll hit the last one. I'm gonna go up. Based on how heavy that last set was though, I don't know if I'm gonna get a clean 8. Might get like 4 to 5. So what I'm gonna do then, turn it into a drop set. Reduce the weight by like 30%. So I'll probably go from like 190 down to like 145, 130, somewhere about that. And then just keep on going. So that's the plan.
Never noticed what you had to give, but want a piece of what you do receive. Wrist too silly, numbers crack the billy. Don't need no dilly, I'm too fresh, I feel like Willie. Feel the duffels up the sign, I need a milli. I'm about to take off, and I know that I'm on they radar. Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion.
It's only the second exercise, y'all. All right, so this is the prime machine. We have 3 different placements here, right? Where we place the weight and the tension corresponds to where we're gonna feel it in the movement. For example, this right here is gonna be the mid-range. So we're gonna feel the tension from the weight here in the middle of the range of motion. For the top right here, we're gonna feel this at the very beginning. So right when we start to pull, we're gonna feel that. And then right here on number 2, this is where we're gonna feel it when our back is fully contracted at the very end. Typically what I like to do is honestly, I like to put tension on all these different areas and make it pretty evenly distributed. So this is gonna be the first set, not super intense, but definitely gonna be going up. What we're doing here is we're gonna do pronated on the eccentric, and then on the concentric, we're gonna do a neutral grip like this. So I'm gonna rotate this, pronated, neutral. Key here is keep your chest up and drive those elbows back as far as possible, ideally behind the plane of your body. Plop 45 in the middle, 2 10s.
Top 10 radar, yeah, we on your radar. Never miss, dog, and that's on occasion.
Earn your rest periods, you gotta earn it. So fun fact, TLF was originally called Train Like a Freak. So that's what we're doing right now in the spirit of TLF. So take life further, train like a freak. You gotta love the scavenger hunts for the plates. All right, so we're gonna do 4 sets here to set 3. This will probably be as heavy as I'll go. As you can see, there's a good amount of weight on there right now. So it's a little bit over 5 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, and 25 is obviously more than 45. So about 5.1 plates on here right now.
Wrist too silly, numbers crack the billy. Don't need no dilly. I'm too fresh, I feel like Willie. Yeah, feel the duffels up the sign. I need a milli.
When it comes to workouts, I believe in 2 things. Number 1, efficiency. You don't have to work out for 2 hours. So about 60 to 75 minutes max, 5 times a week as a pro bodybuilder. And the second thing I believe in is intensity, right? You have to train hard, because if you're not training hard, it doesn't matter what exercises you're doing. You're not gonna see the results that you can truly get if you were to just push yourself a little bit more. You versus you every time you go in the gym.
Oh yeah, the beast back, adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as...
So next up, we got some Smith machine rows. So these are an excellent alternative. And quite honestly, I like them better than the barbell row, because the barbell row, you can't focus on max power output as much because you're worried about stabilization. With the Smith row, it just goes straight up and down. So I can focus a lot more on my back contraction and less about stabilizing the weight. So for bodybuilding, I'm a firm believer Smith machine rows are much better than barbell rows. Getting our mind right for the next set. Whew. Got one more here.
Yeah, oh yeah, the beast back, adrenaline pumping through my veins.
This exercise here, we're trying to get that turtle shell back. So we're trying to look like a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a wreck, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't.
All right, you're done here. So gym etiquette, re-rack your weights. If you can lift it up, you can put it back.
It's been mine since day 1. This is real.
All right, next up, I wanna get a trap movement in. So your traps are a huge component of your back, right? So a lot of people think your traps are just right up here, but they actually extend down into your back as well. One of my favorite things to do is gonna be cable shrugs. Although you can't go quite as heavy with a cable shrug, what you can do is you can still get a lot of constant tension and really just squeeze super hard at the top of your traps to make sure you're fully working them. So that's what we're gonna do here. So this is gonna be a warm-up set. One mistake I see people do when they're trying to work their traps is they have their shoulders rounded forward like here. Because then if I shrug up, you see really what's moving is my shoulders. So what you wanna do is bring your shoulder blades back so you're retracting your scapula, and then shrug up.
You can't manage this, can't break this, boy, I'm funded. Gotta keep my distance.
It's a good warm-up set. All right, we're maxing this out. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Remember that.
Hey, I'm a problem when I'm on top like this. This my designer flow. Hey, gotta keep my fur coat close cause I'm a boss and I'm way too cold.
I lost count, but I was just going until I felt it, you know, and then once you feel it, go a few more. Another 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Keep on going once you feel it. Those are the effective reps, the ones that really count. Traps are feeling pumped. So here, I'm gonna teach you guys something you probably have never known about a rope hammer curl, right? You can do these 2 ways. Traditional way is your elbows tucked in to your sides, right? Just like this. This is the traditional. But if you guys wanna actually work your bicep peak more, so if you guys wanna work how pointy this part looks, what I want you to do is instead of keeping your elbows to your side, flare your elbows out like this, and now it's peak focused. So it's the difference between this, elbows in, versus flaring your elbows out and going like this, where now I'm working my bicep peak a lot more. We're gonna do best of both worlds actually. We're gonna do 3 sets, 16 reps. The first 8 are gonna be traditional. The last 8, we're gonna flare the elbows out, like I said, so we can actually put more tension directly on the peak of the bicep, so then when you hit the bicep pose, right, this peak is gonna come up and just look more impressive. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I'm killing it, I'm the realest. Ain't gotta say, gotta know you feel it. My flow got a code, sick as the illest. I know that I'm great and live out the witness.
All right, I lied. We did 18 instead of 16, but now we're gonna go up.
You know that I'm into them way too cold. You can't manage this, can't break this, boy, I'm funded.
Logan, you know what they say about the last set? Last set, best set. Let's make it count.
They love you, lady, funny, You can't match my energy, and yeah, you know it, Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold, Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold,
All right, we got one more bicep exercise and then we're out. The last thing we're doing here is we have this glorious machine, the Prime lever preacher curl. Similar idea over here as the previous back machine, but we're gonna do it for the biceps now, so.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving, no matter.
After that last set, that felt so heavy. I wanna get a little bit higher reps, so we're just gonna decrease weight a little bit.
You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
We got one last set, and I'll tell you, your boy he has to eat. That's a sign of a good training session though. You should be hungry after, because if you're pushing yourself, you're gonna be burning a lot more calories versus just going through the motions, so.
Limit till I tank, I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need the brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my.
And that's a wrap on back day. That's what my typical back routine vaguely looks like. But make sure to try out that workout, give it a save. It's killer. And if you do it consistently, progressively overload, I promise you, you're sure to make a lot of progress. Follow TLF Apparel. Find me on Instagram. It's agibson_fitness. Appreciate y'all. Keep killing it.
I ain't never been there where you think you can